According to the dictionary, frugality is the attribute of being careful, meticulous, thrifty, prudent, or economical in the use of one's resources, such as food, time, or money, and avoiding any forms of needless waste. According to behavioral research, this is the propensity to make wise and resourceful purchases using the things and services one already owns in order to achieve one's intended future goals. Frugality used in daily life is called frugal living. Many people view this in different ways, but in order to get the best of modest living without seeming like a sacrifice, you must have the correct mentality. You will be considering it as a means of transportation that will get you to your desired financial freedom more quickly. Don't think of trying to save some money as being difficult on yourself, since it's much more than that. Realizing your long-term financial objectives is what it's all about. You'll have funds on a rainy day if you manage your money well. It implies that you have more cash on hand for unanticipated expenses, to make debt payments more quickly, or just have that security of extra money in your account. How long could you maintain your current standard of living if you lost your work today? Many individuals don't realize how crucial living within your means is until it's too late. Once you're in a financial problem, things can get worse very rapidly. Be savvy with your money right away and make a financially successful plan that works for you. Whatever your strategy, living within your means is a terrific way to strengthen your financial position and increase your future financial independence. Admitting that your finances don't allow you to live certain lifestyles might be difficult, but the first step towards financial freedom is acknowledging your condition and taking responsibility for it. The alternative is considerably worse, so live within your means. You can experience pressure from friends and relatives to adopt their way of life. True friends will comprehend and plan less expensive but equally enjoyable get-togethers. Living within your means is still possible without compromising your way of life. Yes, there are many things you find difficult to quit doing, but with the appropriate preparation, nothing should require complete renunciation. By using these suggestions and creating an effective budget, you can live within your means. Advantages of living below your means. Number 1, avoiding debt. There's a lot of advantages in your economic as well as general life when you start adhering to the rules you make for yourself and start living below your means. The very first thing is avoiding any debt. Too much debt might lead to major financial issues and affect your ability to obtain mortgages in the future. Knowing your income will help you create a budget and stay out of debt. Number 2, saving money. The second big advantage is that you'll be saving a lot of money when it comes to living below your means. You can save any extra cash when you have it. You can spend your savings for any purpose you choose or keep them invested to support your other monetary objectives. Whether it's for a house deposit, a vacation, retirement, it's a good idea to have some extra cash on hand in case of emergencies. You can think about investing some of the money you save if you have the skill and resources to do so. However, you also need to be mindful that investments can move both up and down. Number 3, eradicating financial stress. Particularly if you have debt, living paycheck to paycheck might make you anxious and concerned. Because you know there is money in your account, you'll worry about money less if you live within your means. Because you'll be able to handle unplanned situations without needing to borrow money, you'll have more financial freedom and security. This way, you're relieving yourself from a lot of unnecessary stress that might come your way. Frugal ways to live below your means. After going over the advantages of living below your means using frugal ways, it's necessary to answer the next probable answer that might pop up in your mind. How do we live below our means? To answer this question, we are providing you with a list of 14 practical ways that you can use to live below your means. Number 1, plan and make a budget. To the last penny, record each transaction that occurs over the course of a normal month in a budgetary planner. Your after-tax income, as well as any additional sources of income, such as side jobs or online marketing sales, should be included. Just put all of your monthly earnings and consider a total of that amount. Afterwards, construct a list of your typical expenditures, including housing expenditures, food expenses, transport expenses, insurance expenditures, repayment of debt, and pay by direct debit. You can determine where you need to make sacrifices or what things you can do without once you have a thorough list. Ultimately, this is going to help you cut costs where you can and thus limit your expenditures. Number 2, tracking your spending. To effectively track your spending, you must be aware of your exact income. Then sum up every expense so that you can see where your money is going and coming from. Once you start tracking where your income comes from and where you spend it, it would be easy for you to get better insights and thus limit your spending. Using a budget planner is the easiest method to accomplish this. There are lots of applications that you can find on the Play Store for Android and the App Store for iPhones. It is important to note here that you are living over your means if your spending outweighs your income. Number 3, first, pay yourself. Paying yourself simply means that you're setting away a small amount of money each pay period and investing it in a savings or investment account that will benefit you later on. In order to build a healthy savings cushion and keep your financial problems away, it's advised to live on about 15% less than you make. It would definitely help you in the long run. Number 4, start spending less on leisure. It's not like your life will come to a halt if you start spending less on leisure stuff. You can still enjoy life while spending less on leisure, but you must be conscious of your spending. Look for free or inexpensive activities to enjoy. Delay going to the theater until a movie is available to watch instead. Prepare meals at home rather than ordering in or going out to eat. Host social gatherings with friends and family rather than visiting pubs or clubs. Try to go out no more than once or twice a month. Number 5, consider downsizing your house. Although it might be challenging, downsizing your house can help you save and simplify your life. Downsizing will help you save a lot of money if the cost of maintaining your present home is too high or the rent is too high. Consider having a roommate, renting it out, or posting it on Airbnb if you have a spare room. Number 6, changing your mindset. It's really simple and easy to be seduced by the opulent and lush lifestyle shown in the media, but that's not how things really are. The key to effective money management is perspective. You must understand how to manage your money as it is yours. Negative thoughts should not be your main emphasis. Instead, have a cheerful outlook. It's beneficial to live within your means. It is the way to financial independence and a worry-free life. Number 7, start living off one income. Many families with 2 earners automatically base their budget on how much each earns. But take into account the advantages of making the decision to live solely on one paycheck. If it's feasible, set up your home expenses so that only one person's income pays the bills and gives you lots of financial independence. Set aside the second paycheck for debt repayment, investing, or maximizing retirement savings. Additionally, it offers flexibility for life circumstances like a sudden job loss or having one parent temporarily take care of small children at home. Number 8, drive used vehicles. Do you really need that new automobile that costs $500 a month to maintain and depreciates 20% as soon as you drive it off the lot? When you buy a used vehicle and pay cash, you can avoid the hassle of an auto loan in addition to other car ownership costs. Keep in mind that your car is only for transportation. Used vehicles from rental companies are safe to purchase, have minimal mileage, and are covered by warranties. Number 9, pay in cash. Cash has a profound psychological effect on people because it's tangible, genuine, and easy to see and touch. Money becomes abstract and virtual when used with credit or debit cards, which alters our perception of what we have and how much we can spend. Compared to digital money, compulsive spending is more difficult when using cash since we are aware of the quantity we have and that the bills and coins are going to be removed from our wallet when we consume. Cash is quite helpful for managing to spend because you won't be able to make a purchase if you don't have enough cash on hand. These circumstances cause us to reconsider our intake and ultimately saves huge sums of money in the long run. Number 10, use negotiations. The next tip is to negotiate for a product when you're buying something. Never ever go for the full price payment. This is a good option to help yourself if you wish to save some dough in your pocket. A secret tip to have good negotiations is given down below. The term anchoring, which refers to creating a focal point for the conversation, is a common negotiating strategy. Sometimes in negotiations, you have to be the one to provide a figure that is more aggressive than what the seller would accept. For instance, if a product costs $500, you should negotiate a price of $200, knowing that you would accept $300. As the negotiations progress, the first lowball offer makes the final figure of $300 appear more attainable for the seller, and he would be happy to make some profit. Number 11, Write down the things you value in life. The next tip is to carefully review your most recent financial statements. Does what you buy reflect your values? According to Jared Paul, a certified financial advisor in Latham, New York, there are typically many items we might go without, yet we buy them even without thinking. This is a huge problem for people nowadays. Write down the things that would bring value to you and focus on them. Number 12. The right size for your house. It's a very important thing to note that you must refrain from making the most expensive home purchase that your bank will allow. Instead, Diane Manuel, a certified financial advisor in El Segundo, California, advises purchasing a modest fixer-upper and personalizing the home. In this manner, you may enjoy your property without worrying about the expenses associated with owning, such as taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Number 13. Find other ways of earning. Increasing your income is done best by obtaining additional income. Here are some ideas for additional revenue sources. Take a part-time job or a temporary job. Initiate a side business. Purchase assets that produce passive income. Take part in market analysis. Offload items you no longer require. As a side hustle, deliver fast food. Number 14. Keep an emergency fund. You are, no doubt, living over your means if you don't have the money set up to cover an unforeseen bill. This is due to the unpredictable nature of emergencies, which you can always count on to occur. So, you would surely have to pay with money you don't have in order to cover it when anything unexpected like a flat tire or a broken dishwasher occurs. Thus, it's advisable to build an emergency fund for such mishaps. These are tips that are going to help you with gaining financial freedom. Do you follow these rules too? Let us know in the comments down below.